Hello again, it's Max from Draken here. I'm going to be reviewing 3 more Godzilla movies. The next 3 are Godzilla vs. Mothra, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and Invasion of Astro-Monster, also known as Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. This one here has had several names: Godzilla vs. Mothra, Mothra vs. Godzilla, and the more common English term Godzilla vs. The Thing. But this particular version is called Godzilla vs. Mothra. It is the classic media release. Like I said before, it came with 4 other movies in that box set. Unfortunately, I was a kid and I didn't care about value. I no longer have the box. I just have the DVDs. So stupid me when I was a kid, but I wish I still had that shiny, awesome box. But I do not. Anyway, on with the review. Godzilla vs. Mothra. This was the first Godzilla movie that I watched that I hated. Reason number 1. The main reason. Twin motherfucking fairies. This was my introduction to Mothra, my least favorite monster. I can't hate on Mothra actually though. Mothra herself is an okay monster. There's so many better monsters, but I can't hate just on the monster. It's what makes the monster that kills me. It's the twin fairies. The twin motherfucking fairies, these two. That's why I'll never watch the original Mothra, because it's basically just them. It's basically just them and Mothra without Godzilla. Same story. But, number 2, Godzilla. This was the first movie where the Godzilla suit. Are you kidding me? People calling? People calling while I'm doing this? Anyway, if you can still hear me over the goddamn phone, this was the first movie where the Godzilla suit was shit. It was all rubbery and floppy and looked like he had jowls. That's just stupid. Let's go. Yep. Motherfucking phone. Just people gotta be calling me while I'm doing a fucking review. Can't you hear? Anyway, Godzilla suit this was the first movie where it started to get horrible and just cheap. They were trying to revert the movies more towards children. They actually started that with King Kong vs. Godzilla with the silliness. But this one just killed it for me. I did not like this movie at all. The twin fairies and they're singing and they're la la lullaby and the Mothra. It just no, it's not. And then Godzilla gets defeated by 2 fucking worms spitting silky sperm at him. Are you kidding me? That's not the only time it's happened to him. Godzilla has fought off gigantic, world-destroying monsters that are like 10 times powerful than he is, and he gets brought down and defeated by 2 motherfucking silkworms? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Godzilla. Oh, what is wrong with you, Godzilla? How can you let 2 motherfucking worms take you down? It's crazy. It's not good. I don't even want to go any further with this movie. This movie is a thumbs down. I give it for the monster action it was. I give it a 3. Well, no, it was better than the American Godzilla rates again. So I give it a 4. I give it a 4. But the other 6 points were because of all the other fucking shit in the movie. Thumbs down. Next up, Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster. Originally known as just Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster. I believe that's the Japanese pronunciation anyway. Ghidorah. This gave birth to one of my favorite Godzilla monsters, Ghidorah. And it brought back one of my other favorite Godzilla, well, one of my other favorite giant monsters, Rodan, because he didn't start out as a Godzilla monster. He just had his own movie, but it brought back Mothra and the fucking worm. Well, just the fucking worm, and that's bad enough. This movie was just weird. The monster action was awesome. Special effects were awesome. You know, these movies were made in a matter of months. So the fact that any of them became classics is astounding, extraordinary. I mean, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster is a classic. You know, it's an awesome monster battle. You know, but it brought up the first realization of monsters talking to each other, and that was what killed the movie for me at that point. Mothra was talking to the monsters, and the monsters were talking to each other. It wasn't as bad as in Godzilla vs. Gigan, where they actually spoke. In this movie, they're just like talking to each other, you know. And of course, the twin fairies were translating for them. Any movie that Mothra and the twin fairies are in gets ruined because of the twin motherfucking fairies. Oh, it's just not cool. I was happy to see that Godzilla was still basically considered a bad guy in this movie. You know, he was, you know, destroying the, you know, boats in the city, and you know, but you know, he still had that shitty suit from the last movie. But it was much better than Godzilla vs. Mothra, so I give it a 5. No, I'll bump it up to an even 6. Maybe. It wasn't bad. On to the next one. It's hard to see, but it says Invasion of Astro-Monster. The more common English word is Godzilla versus Monster Zero. I just think Astro-Monster sounds just more space age. Kind of more weird, but more space age. I like it. And I'm not just saying Astro as more space age because Astro Boy was more space age. But, no, maybe I am saying that. I did like the Astro Boy movie, and I grew up with Astro Boy, so it was... Anyway, let's move on. I did not like this movie as much as I like Ghidorah. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to... It's a toss-up, because this movie had great scenes, and it had silly scenes, just like the last one, and it was just kind of weird. I don't know. You know, I'm going to keep them both at 6. Ghidorah and Astro-Monster are both at 6. Invasion of Astro-Monster, or as I like to call it, Ghidorah 2. Because that's basically what it is. It's just a sequel. It has Godzilla and Rodan and Ghidorah in it again. Well, you know what? Ghidorah is a 5. Ghidorah is a 5, Astro-Monster is a 6, simply because Astro-Monster does not have Mothra and the Twin Fairies! Hooray! Good job, you fixed yourself. Special effects, great. You know, I loved everything in it. I thought it was, it's a classic. The storyline's a bit meh, but it did bring those just iconic aliens, you know, just the, you know, almost the early Matrix look. You know, it was great. It was just so of that age. I loved it. It's hard to say why, but I do. You know, you get it? Okay, I'll leave you to it. So here's Invasion of Astro-Monster. Ghidorah and Mothra. I'm actually gonna move that like out of the way. There's Mothra. The fuck? Anyway, Mothra, I believed I gave a 4 to. Yes, a 4. Ghidorah gets a 5, and Astro-Monster a 6. 4, 5, and 6. So there you go. Thank you for watching Max Reviews. The next 3 are coming up next.